Hello everyone, Mr. Larson here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about your final project and what it actually is going to be, how you are expected to complete it, and yeah, should be pretty fun. So it is what is called a chemistry creative compound presentation. So you are going to be creating a presentation about a certain chemical compound and talking about the various chemical bonds, as well as physical and chemical characteristics of that compound. So there's going to be a checklist below that'll help guide you through your process. And what you are going to be creating is a screencast presentation. So what a screencast presentation is exactly what you're watching right now. So you are going to create a video recording of you going through a presentation about a chemical compound, just like how you see me going through this presentation right now. So you can use any form of recording technology, whether it's Zoom, Screencastify, your phone, or any other recording software you are familiar with. This is the big part. Your presentation should not be longer than 5 minutes. Don't want to put too much on you guys for finals week. So 5 minutes should be as far as you don't need to go past that 5-minute mark. So for your presentation, you have a couple possibilities depending upon your comfortability. If you do not wish to show your face, so in this video, I'm showing my face because it's a recording of me. Hello. You have to create a PowerPoint presentation. That is the requirement. So I need to have some form of visual in order so that I can see what you are talking about. If you don't want to show your face, you have these possible options. You can do a Google Slides option where you create a Google Slide presentation and record yourself talking about your presentation, and then including the audio when you share it with me. You have a Zoom option where you actually record using Zoom. This is what I use. I use a screencast option, which is called Screencastify. That is the website that I'm using right now to make this video. So this is a video to help guide you through step to step how to create that. Or you can use any other video recording technology that you know of. So this is for if you don't want to show your face. Remember, you have to create a PowerPoint presentation if you are not going to show your face. Because I need some visual. The other option is if you're fine with showing your face. So once again, you see me right now going through my presentation. If you are okay with showing your face, you can either use printed images or you can use a Google Slide presentation. So if you wanted to, you could just have a video recording of yourself and you have, here's a picture of, here's my picture of my molecule. Here's another picture of it. Here's a picture of the scientist who found it. Here's a picture of basically anything. So you can either use printed images and talk about your presentation, or you can create a Google Slides presentation and do a video like how I'm doing right now. So once again, your options are a Zoom option with a PowerPoint. You have your Zoom option without a PowerPoint. And once again, you can either use printed images or your PowerPoint, whichever you want to do. And then you have the screencast option. Again, this is what I'm doing right now. And then any other video recording technology of your choice. So here are your targets. This is what is required of you through this presentation. You need to be able to present arguments of chemical properties based upon the evidence. With the evidence is the properties of the compounds that you researched. You'll find this stuff all over the internet, just different properties about their certain elements, different compounds that you're going to be, the compound that you will choose. You'll be able to describe the properties of ionic covalent bonds and metallic bonds. So you won't do all of these. Whichever one your compound applies to, that's the one that you're going to be describing. So for the specific requirements, we have a checklist here below. The ones that are in bold are required in your presentation. The rest is just if you want to have kind of fun, interesting facts about your compound. It'd be pretty cool. So the ones that are in bold are the common or other names for the compound, the chemical formula, a molecular model. So that just means what it looks like. What does your, at a molecular level, what does your compound look like? The type of bonding in your compound, a picture of it, whether it could be kind of the overall what it looks like, or even just different pictures are associated with it. Uses and importance, so what do we use it for? Why is it important? How is this compound obtained, made, synthesized, etc.? Like, do we find it? Do we make it? How do we, basically, where does it come from? The melting point, so this goes into our physical properties, if you remember back earlier in this quarter. So melting point, boiling point, density, other physical properties associated with this compound, and of course, chemical properties and or reaction tendencies. So the main tips are just do your own work. Do not present work of others. And make sure that you accurately document what you are talking about. So another tip is avoid a random list of undeveloped facts, where it says, talking about here, telling the listener that the compound is used in medicine or is used in farming is essentially worthless. Tell me why they use it for something. Don't just say it is used for this purpose, it is used for this purpose. What does it do for that industry, and so on. And then, of course, this is kind of the big one. Don't include properties that you don't know what they are. Dipole moment. I'm expecting you to use your knowledge of what you've learned over the past 9 weeks for this presentation. So if I'm hearing words that we have never discussed during this 9 weeks, then it's going to it kind of falls into this issue. So make sure you talk about properties that you know about, that you have distinct knowledge of, and we've discussed over the past few weeks. And here is your possible compound list. These are just suggestions. You can choose one of these, or you can ask me if you can do a different one. These are just a running list of different compounds that are found all over our world that we use pretty regularly without us really thinking about it. And then there's also an extra space here at the bottom to help for your notes or whatever you want to use it for. So that is your presentation. This is your final. This is the only thing you have to do during finals week, unless you are trying to catch up. This is the only assigned work for finals week. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I will be available. And I'll see you guys later.